What?
We live. Hey y'all, what's up? What is the going on? Get on in here, lady bugs, okay? I have not really talked about Real Housewives of Potomac, like the reunions, the episodes, unless it's over on my Patreon. So I decided to bring you guys a special treat. Okay, we're gonna discuss the reunion part one with one of my favorite people, and that is Mims. Okay, so shout out to Make It Make Sense over on YouTube. But what's going on? How are you?
Am I the special treat? Because I do melt in your
Yeah,
mouth
you
and
are.
not in your hands.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I think the people will take that as well. I think they will take that as well. If I do have any moderators, I'm not sure if the moderators are in yet. You know how YouTube do after you put up so many videos, they don't send out no more notifications. But should the moderators come in, definitely be sure to drop information on his channel. Make sure you drop his link to his channel in the chat. If anybody would not mind leaving it down in the comments, that would be great as well. Okay. And so what's going on, Lee Brun Bell? What's going on, Laya King? Come on in the room. Definitely hop in the comments in the chat and let us know that you are here. Okay. So first of all, this reunion had me hot and bothered. I could have went over there and grabbed Miss Ashley Darby up off that chair. Okay. Because she really had me upset. But the
Well,
first thing I
stuff
want
would
to
have popped
know,
out though. If you would have grabbed her, things would have
you're
just came out.
right. Everything would have just been popping out. Everything would have popped out and that wig would have popped off. You right. And Ashley was looking cute, so it wouldn't have been no need, okay? But how did you feel about the first few minutes of the show coming on? Because I felt the way that they were playing this clip of Robin and the whole podcast thing, but the whole time we were looking at flowers. I think we saw all of the flowers in Potomac that day. And I was so irritated. I said, how much y'all want to monetize off of this? Like, what's going on?
I don't blame them because they haven't been able to monetize off Robin at all in 7 seasons. So they got to milk it while they can. Giselle monetizes.
I
Giselle
think
monetizes.
I think you had a point. I think you got a point. You got a point. Okay. Now let's talk about Ashley because I really want to get to her. Okay. I just wanted to get your thoughts real quick about that portion of it, but I want to get to Ashley. So Ashley got this new house. She's saying that it's 7 minutes away from Michael. How are we feeling? I
That
feel control. That's what I feel.
that would be the operative word. Control. What did Karen call Robin? The dizziest bee in the room? Like, you are trying. Ashley is a smart girl, but she is literally trying to sell us on the fact that she is a free woman. I'm not gonna
Mm.
go as far as your girl Candace to say overseer, but it's giving very much. I have my thumb or I have my foot on your neck at all times, and you can't even have a man. I can have a man, but you can't.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Allegedly,
Mm.
allegedly,
Mm.
allegedly.
Only thing you can have are these two boys. That's how I feel. I feel like it's you can have these kids, and that's about all that you're gonna leave with are the children. I think the house is beautiful. I think we may get a tour at some point of the home. So I guess congratulations to Ashley and Michael on that, since it is a shared. I feel like a shared space since his name is on the contract and everything. It's given shared space. She talks about how
You know
Michael
that
has
little
a kid
meme?
though.
You know that
What?
little meme? F them kids. That's my, my Jamie. He did not even. She did not say, "Oh, I was with Luke, and there was an emergency situation, and Michael had to come over." She didn't say that. She just said Michael dropped them children back off, and Luke had to get the hell out.
Mm.
It's giving very much F them kids.
And I would have felt the way about that because I'm like, if you were expected to keep them until Monday, why did you drop them off on Sunday? And I personally was feeling like Luke had to see, first of all, the emergency was that Michael finally looked at them cameras that he has allegedly, girl, just an opinion, honey. Michael finally looked at them cameras that he had in their house and saw who was over there and said, "Oh, you think you having a good time?" No, the kids want to have a good time too, so I'm gonna drop them off since you think that you in your hot girl phase. Let me remind you that you're not. So I feel like he probably took a peek, saw somebody else was there in his spot, and he dropped them kids off early to that lady, and that's the reason he really had to leave. Not so much as because the kids was on the way, but more so because Michael was on the way.
Do you think that he dropped the kids off, or do you think he had like a Barney and Friends or a Dora the Explorer backpack taped to the kids' back and just said, "This how you get home. It's only 7 minutes
Uh-uh.
away. Go
I'm a,
ahead, go on."
I'm a, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Michael that he dropped them off because of the way it seems like her oldest son always cries for him.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's that he doesn't get enough of his dad and he wants to always be with him, or if he actually does get the time with his dad and would rather be with him. So, based on that, I'm going to say that he actually dropped him off at home. I don't know if it was like a open the door, y'all go ahead and go on now, or if it was a come inside, let me check the place out, and here go your kids.
I think it
You
was
know?
there's no nanny available. You got a dirty diaper. Go on ahead to your mama's house.
Okay, noted.
Me and Juan
Got
got
it.
places to be.
Not him and Juan. We're gonna have to get into Robin's little comment that she made because she pissed me off. Ashley, back when we're gonna stay on you for a little bit, Miss Ashley girl, because girl, you had me hot. She had me hot and bothered. She says she's not getting no alimony. She's not getting anything. Although she told us in a previous confessional that she was gonna get half of what Michael owned. But it seems
Mhm.
like he hit her up style in the clauses that he put in the documentation. She definitely got played.
I think I liken it to Quad. Do you watch Married to
Hmm.
Medicine?
Love it. Hmm.
Ashley, as we all know, was a lesbian bartender prior to Michael, got with him, thought she had it made. The
Hmm.
problem, she probably would had she not joined the show. If she would have just strung him along without joining the show, she would have been good. Joining the
Mm.
show put her probably in the same tax bracket as Michael. Let's say he's bringing in
Mm.
500 to 800,000 a year, and she's bringing in 5 to 800,000 a year. Why would they give you alimony? His
Because he
properties,
still
all his
make more
property.
than her.
I mean, Michael's nearing the end of his career, right? So if he's
Uh-huh.
worth 20 million, but that's all in properties that he owned prior to, she can't touch that. But if they are both, maybe he's bringing in dividends, that's his salary or whatever he's doing. And I would not,
Hmm.
500,000 is a great salary, but she's bringing that or more. So if the judge is
Mm.
looking at that and it's ironclad, you cannot get any of the stuff that I came into the marriage with, then done deal. You're not getting
Mm.
anything except child support, which Robin so quickly mentioned. But Robin, when we met you, you couldn't even afford hot water, so your children was bathing in cold water.
Mm-mm.
But you over here talking about child support.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yikes! In the words of
And
Jamie.
that's why I was like, Robin, I was like, Robin, you better not say nothing. You better sit there and don't eat your food, but breathe your air. And you better not say nothing about that. Like, because I feel like you can't. Because we literally watch you hold it down with Juan for all these years. And now you guys are remarrying. And I have to speak on that piece just a little bit. I really feel like Robin got remarried to Juan to prove it to other people. I don't know if it was really for love. I think she wanted to prove a point to the people that kept saying that they weren't gonna ever get married. That's how I felt.
Robin, do you think that Robin picked Juan up and jumped the broom across the or you pick them up and then take them over the threshold? Which one is it?
Oh wow. I'm gonna withhold that one. Mm.
Y'all, Jamie asked for this foolishness. She
I don't know. I mean, Karen calls her Robert, so I mean, maybe that's a possibility that that's how it went. That maybe that's a possibility how
I
it
mean, but
went.
correct me, is it jumping the broom that you pick the person up, or is it crossing the threshold? into the home for the first time as a married couple? Which one is it?
I thought you jumped the broom together, but when you cross the threshold, you're supposed to hold the person and take them to
Okay, well then yeah, crossing the
the.
threshold. Come on,
So then
Juan.
that
That's
means
what she
that,
said. Come on,
yeah,
Juan.
that means it would have been Robin carrying him because Giselle let it slip that um his name isn't on the house.
Okay.
So maybe that is a point there.
I want somebody to just give it to Robin. I want somebody just to be shady. If I was on that couch, I would have been like, the minute, if I were Ashley, and the minute I heard Rob the Builder say that, I would have said, well, did you file child support on Juan?
Ooh, is one coming?
Is
Of
Juan
course
coming?
not.
Of course not.
Well, she wouldn't have got anything because they were broke, right? They didn't have anything, so it's not like she would have got anything. I guess it was cheaper to keep them still. Cheaper to
Well,
keep each
don't be
other
the
as they
first
continue to
person.
stay together.
Don't be the first person at saying, well, I guess you're gonna get child support, because really, in all honesty, them saying that and all of the women being like, oh, well, you're not gonna get no money. Oh, you better go for child support. You are basically saying that Ashley was A, incapable of doing it on her own, B,
Uh huh.
married Golem for money, and C, had those children for a check. All of those things were reaffirmed when all of those women said that. Not one person said you are a capable, strong woman and you can do it on your own. They all said, oh, you ain't getting no money.
Facts. And Mia even said she needs another child. And then Robin said two isn't enough. I said, oh wow. Oh, what my. This is interesting. This is interesting. It's really interesting because she talked about being. I guess she's at a place where she can divorce him, right? And she has about 7 days, in my opinion, to make that happen in February, since you were so inching for that. But I
Mm-hmm.
do wonder: is she really going to leave, or is she gonna go back to him and likely have another child? Or did Michael get the snip? Did she
Jamie,
say he
I'm
got the
sorry.
snip? Maybe she can't have another child with him if he got the snip.
You can always get it reversed, but I mean, Jamie, you have over 300 people in the chat and only 100 likes.
Oh,
What's happening?
I don't know what's happening, but I like to get the likes up. Could we get the likes to match? 300 and something, entertaining you guys as you go throughout your day. We've only been here for a few minutes, 12 minutes now. Definitely go ahead and like up the video.
Please like
Like
the
it up,
video.
like it up. I don't know
It
why. You know
helps.
what I'm saying? They just be doing me different than they be doing their other faves. I feel a way about it. Don't do me like that. I'm giving y'all my time. Just like up the video.
Like the video,
Let's
guys.
see
It
what we
definitely helps
living.
the channel.
Thank you guys. For sure. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What else did I want to discuss with you about? Ashley saying that she has incentives in place or certain clauses in her contract in place to get money from him. I guess the spousal support, get some type of coin should her money get low. Are you believing this? What are your thoughts on that?
Jamie did. My thoughts are Jamie did not say in her marriage. She said in her contract. Check the subtle shade. She did not.
I thought that ain't what she said. I thought she did say
No,
contract.
the fact contract is when you're engaged. You're not going to be telling your mom, yeah, me and my fiance are going into a contract. No,
Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
it's giving very
Well,
much Mia and G.
mm-hmm.
But
It
no,
is.
I don't feel any type of way for Ashley. She's not my favorite character. I do think that she carries the storyline along, but I
Mm-hmm.
think that Michael played her. It is now front and center. He's still playing her. That house is probably his. Um, what I don't know if I'm going too far. What I did not like was the expectation that
Mm-hmm.
Candace cannot benefit from generational wealth, but Ashley's children can. She said, when my children are 30,
Mm.
they're not going to have Michael's name on their house or my name on the house. But in 30 years, is Michael going to be around? So, of course, Michael's name isn't going to be on the house.
Of course not. And I just feel like it's still not going to come from you. All that big talk. And it was just the audacity of her to say, like, oh, well, I feel like at the age of 30 something, whatever the age is, you should be responsible for yourself, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, but you're a grown adult and acknowledging that you can't really do anything without depending on Michael. That's what you were looking
You
for. I guess she was looking for like a dad or something. So she got with Michael and you became a dependent off of him and you don't want to acknowledge that. But then you want to talk about how you're successful and you won't let nobody diminish that.
Jamie, I feel like I need to be on this couch. I really do feel like I need to be on this couch because my response to Ashley, Candace is great, but my response to Ashley would have been, well, wasn't your mama depending on Michael at age 60?
Mm.
Didn't he get you about that tent with your man? So I'm 30 and my mom's paying for it, but you then used your kitty cat to lift her and her man up. That's
Mm.
all in Michael's name. I was using you weren't you using your allowance from Michael to pay your mama? You said it on the
Child.
show.
I'm waiting to see next season when Ashley's mama move in that house. Cause I know it's on the way. That's what I want to see. And when Candace probably comes for her about that, Ashley's still gonna say that she owns the house, so her mom is living with her. She's not living in her mom's house. I can see her trying to flip that like she did on the stage. How she told Candace, like, you she says, I see this is still an issue for you. And it's like, man, we talking about you. You trying to make it seem like I'm bothered. No, I'm just calling you out about what you said a few years ago, girl. And now, your comments haven't aged very well. Like Ashley was looking so stupid. Did you catch the attitude that she had though?
Ashley's attitude, I feel like she
Mm-hmm.
was like humbled. I feel like
Mm-mm.
she had her tail in between her legs when she was apologizing.
Oh no. When they started to kind of dig in and question about like the why she's not getting no money or whatever was going on, when she answered one of the questions, she kind of did this little head thing, like, stop asking me, guys. Like it was like a little, I was like, oh, not you being mad at the people, girl. They just asking you questions. And don't dare get upset because you had no problem taking information that your friend said down Sesame Street and taking it over to this person, that person, that person, and that person. So now it's your turn and you have the audacity to get an attitude. But whenever Candace gets one, she shouldn't operate in that space because you think that she can't handle it or whatever. So I just don't like the hypocrites of it all, basically.
I think that
I'm
she
glad
did
some
that
people
little
clocked
head
that.
tilt. What?
I said I'm glad some people clocked that in the comments. I see we got 400 people, so definitely come on in. Don't be rude. Speak to the guests. That's make it make sense. And also, don't be rude and like the video. Liking the video is like ringing the doorbell when you come into the house. So just let me know you here by hitting that like button. And when you come in, just make sure that you speak. Go ahead. What were you gonna say,
I
Mims?
feel like when she was like shaking her neck, that was to show that there was a little movement in that stiff bob. That was the only reason that she that bob was given very much woo.
Hilarious. Oh,
Do you
not
remember woo?
woo. Yes, I love woo. I love woo. I like woo. Woo, tu wong fu, all of it.
That and that nutty professor wig that she was wearing was the original Tyler Perry wig. They never gave her a good wig. It was always a struggle wig for Jada. No movement.
It's sad because I was saying that I liked Ashley's bob. I thought it was cute. But the more
Cute
I
for
saw her on
Ashley.
the stage with her attitude, I was like, bro, I don't even like that bob no more. You done made me mad. So I was definitely in my feelings. We have to
Cute
talk
for
about this
Ashley.
piece, okay? Say what?
I said cute for Ashley. It was cute for
Cute for
Ashley.
Ashley. Cute for Ashley. Okay. But listen, Giselle, she did a lot of talking this season, making it seem like, Chris made her uncomfortable. But Giselle, I do feel like you made America uncomfortable when you told Andy that you would fuck him at the age of 60 if no other woman does. I know you felt something about it. I know you thought about that. What did you think?
I feel as though the person who alleges that so many men want her, so many men have wanted her, but the one that she actually had children with cheated, then the one that you just recently got, we found out that you had to beg him for the date because she was the one that reached out and said, I like him.
Mhm.
Now you are throwing your box at Andy Cohen of all people while still saying that a man made you uncomfortable. So if we connect the dots, to me, it seems like Giselle is the thirsty one. It seems like Giselle is the aggressor. And we thought it was Robin.
Cha. Thank you so much for the super chat, Fifi. Welcome to the channel. Hello,
Hey, Fifi.
hello. Thank
Mm,
you. Thank you for the super
Fifi's
chat.
my girl. She's a day one. And she likes a good bit of mess.
Oh, that's what's up. We likes that, Fifi. We likes that. We likes that. I had to bring that to the forefront because Giselle spent so much time of her of the season talking about somebody feeling uncomfortable only for her to go and do and say, what she said. But let's talk about Mia though in this business because a lot of things that make sense for me. I was
Hmm.
confused because Mia kept talking about how she was a CEO. CEO, but it's not giving that you were ever a CEO. It sounds like your husband was one of the people in charge and you tried to attach yourself to what he had going on, which is why I truly believe they kicked G out the company. Because I feel like he allowed Mia to have too much of a say so. And that's likely why they got kicked out.
You know my messy behind is already on it. I am trying to
Not
dig
you
up
already doing the
everything that,
research.
yeah, you know how I roll.
I can't wait to see it. I want the full
um,
breakdown.
I feel not only that, but I definitely want to get somebody in, like an attorney, and see
Hmm.
if the things that she is saying is legal. Can you own more than have a more than 40% stake in a company and get voted out? Moreover, if it was just a two-person board, why would you give the third spot to an outsider? Wouldn't G make you the third spot if he actually trusted you?
Right. Unless I guess the board voted to not do that and vote in someone new.
The board was only G and his the managing members of the board were G and his brother. They brought
Hmm.
on a third managing member, and the way she described it, those three actually set the tone for the business.
Right, because it's giving to me CEO, CFO, and maybe a CAO. I don't know. It's giving those C-suite positions is what I was thinking. They're the ones that make the bottom line decisions.
I feel like it's giving G's 60-year-old was knocking up a stripper on a beach, and the family said, okay, what are we doing now? Okay, we're giving her $400,000 a year. Okay, what is she doing? Okay, now you got two children. Okay, now you're renting a house in
Mm.
Charlotte. You're renting a sex dungeon apartment in Charlotte. You're renting a home in Potomac, and you are renting a penthouse. We're gonna cut you off because clearly you have not of sound mind, and the dementia has set in.
And life.
I love that Jamie is trying to keep a straight face. Jamie
I
is so
am.
pulled up, and
Listen,
I
I'm
am
trying to be so pulled
not.
up.
Jamie, Jamie is
I
so
am.
professional.
Listen, Giselle calling out that embezzlement though had me screaming because I'm like, Mia, this I feel is foreshadowing your future, likely just a little bit for her to bring that up. Thank you so much, Mrs. D Green, for the super chat. Hello, Mims and Jamie. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, girl.
Hey, Miss D Green.
Yeah, so
She
I
likes a
feel
bit of mess
like
too.
oh, she likes a little bit of this. That's what's up. This what's up. This what's up. This what's up. I had to hit the Royce. Say this was up. Oh no, was that Gloria? That was Gloria.
No,
This was up.
that's the girl from Love and Marriage DC. Two. I thought you were doing Stormy.
Oh no, not Stormy. Before there was a Stormy, there was a Gloria.
You're right. You're right. I
And it was
forgot.
a this was up because Royce was mocking her when they had that little workout activity.
We need to do a mashup. We need to do a Stormy, Destiny, Royce, Gloria mashup.
Gloria mashup.
Yeah.
Hilarious. This what's up. This what's up. Oh, that would be funny as hell. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, with Mia, I just feel like, a lot of these housewives have these businesses and things, and they get tied the hell up financially. And I feel like Giselle was likely putting out a narrative that kind of made sense. So
Mhm.
if the people come tapping into your documents, I just hope everything is ironed out and it's clear and it doesn't look any shade, a bit of shady. Mia, I feel like she tried to clean it up though when she said they lost income. So because they kind of lost the stream of income, they had to like move. But girl, did y'all do a little bit of embezzling? Like, what's the real reason that you guys decided to not, like, that y'all were snatched off the company? Were y'all using that money to renovate the house? Because according to Giselle, that's exactly what she said.
I'm doing
Let
the
me put that on the
calculation.
screen because they don't like me
Yeah.
like that for real. That's the thing. They don't like me like that for real, girl. They don't
I'm
like me
doing
like that for real.
I'm doing my Phaedra calculations. She's
I
saying
know
that
500 and some people in the chat, but only 200 and some likes. Can we get the likes to match? Let's do that. Let's do
she
that.
alleged that she
Uh,
was making $33,000 a month
say
from the
what?
company.
Uh,
That was like her monthly income. If you're making that much money and you are renting a $10,000 a month place in Potomac,
uh-huh.
then you're renting another apartment, which let's say they're probably not renting a basic apartment. Let's say that's 3 to 4 thousand, and then another home, we'll say probably $5,000 to $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
33,000 puts you in probably like what, the 30% tax bracket. So let's say you're making 25 after taxes. You mean to tell me that 18 to 20 of that is going to rentals, leaving you with enough money to rent that Mercedes truck? And G
Mm.
didn't have any money coming in, like she said. So make it make sense.
That was so weird to me. I was like, I thought G had a lot of other investments. So y'all are just living off of your savings? Or did she say our savings,
Our
but then
savings.
your gigs and opportunities, basically Real Housewives of Potomac money?
Mm-hmm.
That is, listen, see, when the flex goes wrong, right? The flex
Pick a
goes
struggle.
wrong when Ashley pretty much brags about Michael's money, and then now you're not even getting any of it outside of this house, and he gonna pay half of it, right? Then now Mia, you came in talking about how you make 400,000 a year, and you're a boss, and you're this and you're that, and now you're not even like. Oh, it's embarrassing. Listen, thank you so much, Princess, for the super chat. If I was Candace, would have told Ashley to seek therapy since you want to be down in the slump, sleeping with a decrepit man who favors your absentee father. My mama, a therapist. Here's the referral of. Wow. That would have been a good one. Thank you for the super chat, Princess. I forgot that Candace's mom is indeed a
Get her a
therapist.
peach. Get Princess a peach.
Like, give
Get
for the
Princess a
read,
peach.
give it to her now. Give it to her right now.
Princess, we see each other.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Raw Creations. Love the collaboration, Mims and Jamie. Thank you so much. I do appreciate
Thank you.
it. We appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. So that's a mess. Okay. When the flex goes wrong, y'all got to be careful. That's probably why Giselle doesn't say anything, because maybe things won't age well, like the Jamal situation. So she just tries to keep her business close to her chest, you know?
Why did I think you were about to say it won't age well like her? I was like, what? Oh my God. I was thinking, I was thinking,
Absolutely not. I was not going to say that about that. Like, not today, Nick. Okay. Not today, Nick. But let's get into Giselle a little bit. Okay. Um, the Chris Bassett situation. She said she got a text
Hmm.
message from Chris. And I don't think that he was admitting any guilt or anything like that. You know, he just said if he made her feel comfortable. I honestly feel like he shouldn't have given her an apology. But that's just my personal. I don't think he should have given her any of that.
The only issue I take with Chris is you never should have reached out to her in the first place. Before the season, after the season, you should
Mm,
have known. Candace or Candace and him have pillow talk. You should have known that this is what this woman does. She sets people up. So you should have kept a safe distance and a safe space because you know she's miserable, you know she's old and tired and delayed and everything else that comes with that. Like she's not a good person. So why would you be DMing Ashley even if it's to get her to come to your restaurant? Don't do that
yeah.
because you know she's trash. Don't ever reach out to Giselle because she has already told people that you made her feel uncomfortable. DMing her, everything that you communicate to these ladies outside of Rob should probably be, through Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That's the only issue I take. You should know by now that she does not have your best interest at heart. Rob
Yeah.
might, go play basketball with him or something. Or
I
they
feel like
might,
he been on the season long enough to kind of know how they operate, and I just feel like he got just too
God,
comfortable.
you got
Ooh,
God, Chris.
he definitely got God and got too damn comfortable. And then here it is, Giselle is trying to use this text message as though it's something that's going to vindicate whatever it is that she just said about this man. But Candace telling her to stick it up her, I wasn't expecting. I was not prepared.
What
I
else do
wasn't
you think is
prepared.
up there?
So what?
I said, what else do you think is up there?
I I I don't know.
A stick, um, Rob.
You think Rob is up there?
Well, Karen said Rob was in her bush.
Good night. Thank you so much, maintenance chick, for the super chat. Just wanted to say hey and thank you for the great content. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. I was gonna say something to you, got doggy, about that. I mean, Karen did kind of say that. She did kind of say that. So maybe you have a point. Robin is probably back there. And then she gonna turn to Ashley talk about something. Oh, you think it'll fit up there? I'm like, girl, chill out. But why did Robin interrupt the conversation talking about some we can all agree? No, we can. Stop saying this. That's how you feel. But we can all agree that a married man should not be in the hotel room of a single woman. Mm, 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 mm. And my, how that did not age well at all. And then the other thing for me was her trying to play it up. Robin, you just get on my nerves so much, girl. You really do. Like 1 minute you was Team Chris, then you turned around and said that Candace was being too dramatic, and then now you're saying, can we agree that a married man not be in a hotel room with a single woman, as if they didn't just film a reunion right downstairs? Like when all of production and everybody is in the same hotel, like why would he even go that far? Like Chris has never shown any of that type of behavior in my opinion. And then for you at this time, what pisses me off the most is knowing that you had already had your situation with what was going on with Juan. And then you would sit up on this stage, you and Giselle, just saying some mess like that,
It,
knowing that you've been in this same situation and you still with him.
I mean, I
Mm,
just, there's not really much you can say about Robin. Um, I feel like the seating arrangement was a mess, but maybe they
mhm.
did it so that Giselle would have to stand on her own. That felt like Robin trying to back Giselle up because she knew that Giselle
Yeah.
was about to get backed in the corner like Boots was from New York.
Right.
He said, which corner would you like to back me into? I feel like Robin was gonna hold her girl Giselle down no matter what,
Hmm.
but it nothing aged well. I what can you say about Robin? I feel like the reads write themselves. It's too easy. There's no enjoyment in reading Robin anymore. Robin is the read.
Robin is the read.
Robin is the read.
How embarrassing. Overall, what did you think about the reunion? Because I wasn't expecting it. I think part one was pretty good. What you think?
I liked it. People in my
Mm-hmm.
chat last night were like, it was mad, but to me, I liked finding out that Ashley thought she was in love with that man. That was new information. I liked finding out or solidifying in my head that Michael had really worked her over the coals, over everything. I liked Candace getting in Giselle and Ashley. I
Mm-hmm.
liked Wendy coming up with the alley oop, threw that right in there when Giselle thought she was gonna get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Have we got to that part yet?
No, you can open up the conversation. Go ahead.
When Candace was going at Giselle, and all Giselle could do was look down or look like she was bewildered. Candace was on an island by herself. Karen wasn't throwing anything in. Robin had just tried to help
Mm-hmm.
Giselle, and then Wendy came in and said, "No, no, no, ma'am, you have a
Right.
pattern. You did this to me last year, and we can continue. We're talking about you, ma'am. Let's stay on you. That is how you
Right.
back somebody up." And Giselle had nothing.
1000%. I'm glad that Wendy said that, especially undercutting Giselle, because you trying to say that Candace has talked about everybody's husbands, but in all honesty, their husbands have shown themselves on camera. So to me, the behavior that y'all talked about and that y'all discussed wasn't anything different than what we've seen. I feel like it's different with Chris because Chris hasn't shown himself as the person you tried to make him out to be. And for me, that's just where I think the difference is, you know? So Candace, like what I love so much, she be catching pretty much everything. And she be like, she remembers. I be feeling like if I was in that situation, I may not remember some stuff, right? But it's like, no, she remembered it. She remembered when this lady sat up there and called her man a sneaky link. She remembered when she insinuated that he assaulted another woman, which was so funny to me because Giselle tried to make it seem like everybody was thinking the same thing. No, ma'am. That's what you ran with. You went and told that story to those people, and that's how they got it in their head. Like, y'all are a mess. They're a mess. It's very entertaining, but at the same time, I don't know. It's
It's
not
sad.
entertaining because it's
It's
other people's
sad.
stuff, and y'all not really like, especially Giselle, like you're not really giving us nothing. It's other people's stuff. So what's going on with you? Candy spoke on the what did she declining uterus? What did she call the uterus?
Dwindling.
Dwindling. What? Let's talk about that. I
I got
felt bad.
Jamie. Watch out. I'm pre-warning you. Watch out, Jamie, because people are very people are fine with that verbiage. You could do a
Mm-hmm.
poll. We can ask the chat. Did it? I got people in my DMs last night who have told me that they have had a hysterectomy and they were
Mm-hmm.
absolutely fine with that verbiage. They feel like Giselle deserves it. So in the chat, do you feel like Giselle got what she got with that particular verbiage?
Right.
People are saying I had no problem with it. Nope, she deserved it. I'm looking at
I
the
saw
comments.
that too. I was kind of like, now Candace, now we didn't have to say that part now. And some people was like, nah, I feel like she deserved it. Like, she that what she get. Okay, I see
I'm
somebody. Omar says he's not okay with it. Okay. We see another woman. Where is it? That said, the chat's going so fast now. I had no problem with it.
Yeah, I learned last night people do not
100.
mind that verbiage. Not
Mm.
110, Monique.
You not mad at her comment at all?
There you go. I had a
Wow.
lot of people with
They
hysterectomies
didn't.
DM me after my thing and said, when you try to come for somebody's marriage, I do not have to protect your womb.
Oh, that's listen, a lot of people feel that way. You know what's really interesting? Usually people be ready to drag Candace for the things that she says, right? And I
Hmm.
would think this is definitely one of those moments. But it's interesting to see that we're getting just a completely different reaction to everybody. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Candace earned her spot next to Andy for this reunion. Give her the respect she deserves for the growth she has shown this season. Thank you so much for the super chat, Phil. She definitely deserved that spot. She
People are
earned that
showing
spot. She
up.
should have been. I feel like she been earning that spot for the past few shows, the past few seasons. She definitely should have been swapped out with either Karen or probably Giselle though. Probably Giselle. We could have moved Giselle and sat Candace over there.
Your people are coming through with the super chats. They are not playing.
Try
I'm glad that
not
you
all the
pointed out the
time, but we
Candace.
appreciate you guys today. What's up, Yasmin? Thank you so much for the super chat. I just don't see the issue with the verbiage. It wasn't a read. It's a fact. Giselle's uterus was dwindling, hence the hysterectomy. Facts are facts. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for the super chat. Shout out to you. She is a part of my Patreon as well. Thank you so much.
Can you highlight all? I think it's all things Irene.
Okay, let me go up. All things Irene. Right here?
Yeah.
I'm a have one, but I have no problem with her uterus.
I got a lot of people who were letting me know that they had gone through it and they did not mind the dwindling comments. So I'm giving this one to Candace. Candace came in. She came ready. I'm glad that you mentioned, though, about Candace having like a memory. I just literally yesterday did a deep dive on Candace. Check that out if you guys are interested. But basically, everything that it was Andy versus Candace. That was the deep dive. Every time that Andy would throw something at Candace and it was indirect shade or there was an element of nastiness, Candace not only answered the question, but threw it back to him. And I think that's why these two don't necessarily like each other. Candace is not your normal housewife. If she steps away from the housewife, she knows that she's always going to be, there's a generational wealth factor there that a lot of these other women don't have. So yeah, she does. I was shocked because this took hours of research. And when I was looking at the interactions between her and Andy, a normal housewife would have folded, not Candace. It was very similar to Kenya. Very, very similar. The call and response.
Yeah, well, they're both pageant queens, aren't they? In a sense. Thank you so much, Princess, for the super chat. I wouldn't say it, but Giz tired. What?
No,
she tried it.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to say.
Tried it like SA. Go ahead.
With that saying, when she was trying to say that she did not say that there was a SA, like.
She tried
like that type of assault, right?
Okay.
We can't say the word. Thank you for abbreviating that, Princess, in your super chat. We can't say what SA stands for, but it's actual assault.
Period. Thank you for the super chat.
Definitely. I really feel like trying to pretend like that didn't happen was ridiculous.
Yeah. When did I say that? When did I do that? I love that Candace was on her toes, clocking. For sure.
If Andy should have done the alley-oop, when she said that, then he should have turned to Giselle and said, well, Giselle, you alleged that when Ashley did not say that. So can you understand why Candace used that verbiage? But he's not going to do that to Giselle because we all know when those, is Jamal coming? When all that was happening and Giselle was at reunion 6 and Giselle ran off stage and had a fit.
I think that was 5.
Okay, well, reunion 5. We now know that the producers did not show us that Giselle had a meltdown. So I think that there were things that if Andy were a fair host, he would have done, and that would have been one. You allege that this man SA'd that woman. Do you want to apologize for that? But he won't do that to her.
Agreed. She gave an apology, but it was lackluster. Like she's like, I'm apologizing, but it wasn't an apology. I was so confused. I was so lost.
I'm apologizing for using that word, sneaky link. Not I'm apologizing for everything. I'm apologizing because I messed up. I'm apologizing because I lied. You just want to apologize for that one thing.
Embarrassing.
You got another super chat with somebody who does not like the comment. Oh wait. You got so many super chats. I'm losing.
Thank you so much, Lantonette, for the super chat. I hope I said your name right. Giselle was making side comments about Candace embryos too, so she get what she gets. She did say like, and what happens with the embryos? I was like, she's so stupid. She's just stupid. That's all I could think. Like, girl, you're stupid. Thank you for the super chat.
Kimmy sent you one too,
Where's the other one?
towards the
There's
bottom.
another one. It might be at the bottom. I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Kimmy, thank you so much for the super chat. Although we may not like Giselle, I don't think that Candace's comment was okay. And neither does Candace. Two things can be true. Okay. Thank you for the super chat and dropping that and dropping your opinion in. I appreciate that. Anything
Jamie
else you
gonna
want to
eat good
say? I know we
tonight.
gotta wrap up. I know you got stuff you gotta do. Say what now?
I said Jamie gonna eat good tonight. Y'all are showing up. I've been monitoring. We got almost 800 people watching live, and we got
Yeah.
400 likes. So let's try to get those likes to 500. That pushes this video in the algorithm, and it's a free way to support Jamie's channel.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to steal that whole lingo. I like how you just, come over and just always take over when you come over. Just do your thing. I love it.
No, I did
No,
not take
I'm
over.
being for real. I'm not being shady or not being honest. Come through. Come through. That's what you need. You need friends like that. If they gonna say it, they gonna say it. Period. But is there anything else you wanted to say about the reunion before we get up out of here?
No, I mean, despite what the people are saying, I actually enjoyed the reunion from beginning to end. I liked
Yeah, me too.
Candace and Wendy, and I even like y'all. I literally fell out my seat when Andy was talking to Karen and said, "Well, Sharice is gonna be here," and Karen said, "Well, y'all put her everywhere that you could." In Jamie's terms, good night.
Lord knows, right?
Good
Lord
night.
knows y'all tried to put her everywhere. Karen is a mess. But yes, thank you guys so much. Will we be on your channel next week?
Oh yeah, next week,
Same
same
time?
time,
Yeah.
we'll be
Yeah.
on my
So we
channel.
are
Make it
going
make
to,
sense.
collab and discuss the reunions for the next 2 weeks. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed over to Mim's channel. Make it make sense, Mims. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week, or we'll see you around throughout the week as we continue to drop more content. All right. We thank you guys so much for joining. If you have yet to like the video, you still have time to do that on your way out.
Hold
If
on,
you like to still,
before
oh,
you
go
close
ahead.
out, we need 50 more likes to get to 500. So,
Oh, okay.
y'all,
Well, let's wait around for a second.
Jamie, look, uh, oh, Jamie wanted me to share this story. So while y'all are liking this video,
Yeah, I did.
last night on my live, if you follow me, I've been going through some things. I'm now a full-time caregiver, yada yada
Hmm.
yada. This lady hit me up and she said that her son wanted to be part of my introduction. He is in kindergarten. Dakari is his name. He sent me 2 videos. He made her delete the first one because he said that one was not good enough. So I added him to the intro. I asked her if he could come up on my live last night, and he did. And we were just talking. He's the most adorable kid.
Hmm.
And then I made him this hat. And
Oh, that's what's
so
up.
he literally like screamed, y'all, that made my absolute whole life. I was
I
just so
know.
excited. He was so cute. Um,
Oh,
but we still need them. We are at 490. 10 more likes, y'all. 10 more likes. You guys, before we close out, I just want to say it has been a pleasure to actually get to know Jamie in real life. We have hung
for
out
sure.
multiple times in real life. I
Yeah.
consider her one of my real life friends now. This lady is exactly who you see on the screen. There's nothing about her where she's putting on for the camera. She's just this nice. She's just this beautiful. So if you're not subscribed to her channel, go ahead and subscribe. She's giving you guys daily content, right? Daily,
Yep.
daily and consistent content. So I'm subscribed, and that's just it. She's everything.
Thanks, Mims. I appreciate it. I think the same about you. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. We finna go ahead and head out of here. All right. You still have
518.
time to, like
We're
up and everything.
518.
So what? 15.
We're
You want me to?
no, we're 518.
Oh, okay. All
We're
right. Thanks,
over.
guys. We're over. Good job, y'all. Good job. We'll see y'all next week. Okay. Enjoy you guys the
Bye,
rest
y'all.
of the day. Bye, y'all.